What up guys, One Drop Mo here, bringing you some more tips for WildStar. Welcome back to my subscribers, and if you're new here, I hope you stick around. Let's get right into it. In this video, I'll be covering some basic tips for PvP, focusing on Walatiki Tempo Battlegrounds. First, I want to talk about PvP leveling. BG's has 4 brackets, 6 to 14, 15 to 29, 30 to 49, and 50. It is a valid method to use BGs to level on early, as post level 20, it does not reward enough EXP compared to questing. From memory, BGs give around about 40% winning and about 20% losing. It is super fast to level when you're level 20 or under. After 20, it seems to cap out and slow down. A few things to note with PvP leveling is there will be AFKers and bots. It sucks, but hopefully Carbine will fix that soon. Also, it is a good way to change up your level environment. If you're like me, who power leveled to level 48 and ran out of quests, then you can do what I did and grind it out that way. Another thing that will benefit you is using the second skill set. If you click B and flick to skill set 2, you can have another skill bar setup. I have my second set up for PvP and first set for PvE. You can do different amps, different tier upgrades. It is important to have PvP based amps like PvP offense, defense, and CC resilient. You don't want to miss out. And also PvP skills like tether and tons of mobility skills that will help you keep up with your team and your enemy. Just make sure you keep them both updated before you head off into questing. One last thing before we get into Walatiki Tempo details. There are PvP items that you can buy from quartermasters that will boost your performance. They're located across the world, and the easiest one to find is your major city. These items give you PvP offense and PvP defense stats. The cool thing Carbine did here is that these items are bought with prestige, which you earn from PvP, and they won't set your bank back. I believe currently hitting about 35% PvP offense and defense is optimal. So for example, the most common is to run PvP chest, head and shoulder pieces, or you can swap one out with a PvP weapon. Cool, let's get into actual PvP. I'll advise you to know the map first. Take a good round or two to explore the map. There are 4 major places for these marks to spawn. 1 at the crossing on the bridge, 1 right underneath the crossing, and 1 either side under the bridge. The second important aspect of this map is there are 2 tunnels that lead to the side of both bases. These 2 tunnels are used extensively for stealing masks. I love to hear the explanation from the architect on that one. Like seriously, big hole, watch out. I believe there are 8 buffs on the map. 4 speed buffs and 4 damage buffs, 2 attacks in the tunnel, 2 attacks just outside the tunnel, with 2 speed buffs both at the tunnel entrance and 2 speed buffs at intersections under the bridge. I often see people typing in /PvP because they think that's the way to go, and even /zone, but to communicate efficiently with your team, you have to chat with /instance or /I. This will make sure you get your message to your team in no time. Want to be even more competitive? Want to care more than the team score? Click on this arrow on the left. You'll now see who has dealt the final blow. Now you can keep track of how many people you've taken down. To add to that, you can bring up the endgame scoreboard by clicking the icon that's at the top. Lastly, I want to share some basic strategy that I've seen, I've used, I've found. Going for the first steal. Both teams start the game off with 1 mask each, and 1 gets earthed right away. You need to leave from the other exit and sprint your way into their base for the first mask. Don't even need to take the tunnel, save the speed buff for when you come out. If your team is onto it and they defend their first steal attempt, you could be 3-0 in the first 3 minutes. If someone is in their base defending, and you've got 2 people that are going for the steal, then either you or your teammate go in first for scrimmage, drag the defender out, and then you can easily sneak in for the steal. Jumping over this fence can often separate you and your enemy. Very useful fence for kiting around your opponents. If he hasn't practiced jumping over this, then chances are he will make it over, and you've just gained precious time for you and your team. Base guarding. This trick has saved my team so many times. If you're guarding your base alone, and the enemy team tries to steal your mask, and they outnumber you, don't fight them. Kite them around the podium, and never engage fully. I've kept 3 people off from stealing for almost like 2 minutes. All you should be doing is running around, taking as less damage as possible, and hitting them when they are channeling to steal a mask. If you engage them with all your abilities and your skills, then they'll be on cooldown and they will definitely have a window to channel and take their mask away from you. Alright, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. If you didn't, hit that thumbs down. Leave a comment. Let me know how I can improve. Otherwise, subscribe to keep updated with my videos. This is One Drop More from Kiwi Land. Peace!